I see her experience as pointless.
From your perspective, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think she sees it as probably regret. I think she sees it probably as something she wished she never got involved in the first place.
Yeah.
I see Eric's experience as kind of like a dream come true. Something that he's been waiting for forever and he finally accomplished. So accomplishment.
Okay.
But then I see it as accomplishment. I think he sees it as kind of like unaccomplished or unfulfilled.
Okay.
Like an unreached goal where he hit part of it, but he didn't hit where he wanted to go.
Unfulfilled.
I see Amber seeing her experience as seeing her own experience as a stepping stone where she honestly thinks that she made her mark and I honestly think she feels that she told America that she's this great person where she made her mark. I see her experience as kind of like an eye-opener, because when she leaves here, I think that it's going to be like a reality slap in the face for her.
It's going to be quite they use that for quite a few people.
For a lot of people, but for her especially, I'm just saying because she thinks she's such a great person.
She's going to find all these people that hate her guts.
Yeah, but that's why I think she's going to see it as an eye-opener. Joe, I think Joe sees his experience as shortened, too short, unlived, you know? I see his experience as kind of the same thing. I see his experience as he came in and played too hard. If he would have laid back, he could have easily coasted halfway through just on people liking him alone. Easily. Jen, I think she sees her experience as 15 minutes of fame. I think I see her experience as
15 minutes of shame.
Yeah, seriously. That's what I see it as too. Just her trying to make 15 minutes of fame. That's it. I think that we both see her experience the same way.
Yeah.
Dustin's experience.
I think she sees it her. Well, I'll wait till my turn. Go ahead.
I see Dustin's experience as if what he says is true, that he wasn't a huge avid Big Brother watcher or whatever, I think he was actually surprised I think he thinks that he played really well and he was surprised that he did so good, but that he could have gotten farther. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I see his experience as I don't know. To be honest, for him, I don't know. I see his experience as kind of embarrassing, to be honest, because he tied his own noose.
Absolutely.
Self-mutilating. That's how I see his experience. That is absolutely how I see it.
He obviously doesn't watch the show enough, or he would have known. The pawn goes home. Look at what happened. Kale, the pawn. We wanted Eric gone. She went home. Dustin volunteered to be the pawn. He went home. Jessica was the pawn. She went home.
I see Jessica's experience as
Pawn goes home and backdooring.
I think she sees her experience as disappointing in the end. I think she sees it as kind of like finding oneself, where she's hoping that a lot of people are gonna recognize her too, kind of like Jen. But I think that she found it disappointing in the end because we let her down. I see her experience as honestly boring because
Yeah, no, I agree. I can agree with that.
Mike's experience was, I think he saw his experience as again, not living up to its full potential, but I think that he feels that he went out on a good note, knowing that he stuck to his word and he was a person of his word and loyal. I see his experience
Loyal to the extent of stupidity.
Jen. Ugh. I see his experience as I don't know. He kind of bland too. His experience, I think he had his fun times, but he spent too much time doing unnecessary gameplay that it went
Was
down
in his mind and nowhere else.
Yeah. I see Zach thinking his experience is changing the lives of thousands. No, I think Zach sees his experience as inspirational. I see his experience as not credible at all. Okay, go ahead.
Kale. I see her experience as bumbling. I think she sees her experience here in the house as miserable is a good descriptive word. Jamaica. I see her experience as skating, floating, doing absolutely nothing that was worth a shit in the house, except for hiding behind people that were thinking that they were in control. She sees her experience as a very good, fulfilling experience. It was something that she wanted to do for 2 years, since season 6. And sending in a videotape or whatever to nobody in season 7 doesn't mean shit.
Kind of accomplished.
Yeah, she's satisfied and she feels very fulfilled, content with her experience and her situation in the Big Brother house.
Agree.
I don't think that she'll have any. She might have some regrets, but as a whole, she'll look back on it as a very good experience.
No, I agree. I very much agree.
Nick. I see his experience as smitten.
Distracted.
Distracted might be.
His gameplay.
We're talking about experience. His
And I'm just saying
here as distracted is a good one. Not. I see his experience as kind of a waste in a lot of ways because he could have gone very, very far in this game.